Hi everybody, this is Pedro with LTS, and today's all about the famous Beretta A400 Xcel. So let's talk shotguns. Alright everybody, so today is all about the A400 Xcel from Beretta. Okay, this is the sporting clays variation. We had before the blue receiver, right? Some called the Smurf gun. If you remember, the 400 Xcel Sporting was blue. They were completely blue. And they also had a couple other variations, which were the A400 Xcel Sporting Black, which was a black receiver with oversized charging handle and bolt release, just like this gun has, but it had a carbon fiber rib. The blue gun, the black gun has been discontinued, and this gun took its place. So before, they also made the A400 Xcel Sporting in 20 gauge, and they also made the A400 multi-target, which was basically an ACS, let's say A400. It had a 1/2 inch adjustable rib with an adjustable cone Monte Carlo stock style. Fantastic gun for trap. That also is not available at the time. We don't know if Beretta will or will not come back with the sub-gauge sporting clays guns or the multi-target for now. But for this video, it's going to be the sporting flat rib variation. Oh, also before, you also had the parallel target, which was a Monte Carlo stock with a step rib. For now, flat rib only on the sporting clays variation. So let's start. What is an A400, the Beretta A400 Xcel? It is a gas-operated semi-automatic. Okay, what do I mean by gas-operated? Once you take this apart so we can go over it. You have right here the fore-end cap that we're going to come back to it in just a minute. Take that off, your fore-end will slide right out. Now here's a trick for you. So after you shoot, the fore-end can get stuck on the magazine sleeve right here. So if it does get stuck, you're gonna try to pull it off, it does not come out. Don't continue to pull it out. What's gonna happen is it's gonna get stuck. The recoil spring is gonna come up and then slam down. We don't wanna do that. So a little trick that I learned after breaking a couple myself is hit in the bottom, hit in the middle, hit over top. Don't hit it too hard, just to loosen up. So 1, 2, 3. And it should come right off. It's a nice trick for you. Take the barrels off. Let's start with the barrels. The gun comes with extended chokes. It is a gas operated gun, therefore you do have a cylinder and a piston right on the bottom. As you shoot that, it's going to build up gas, which is going to go through the piston and cylinder and push through the front of the magazine and push your bolt back. When pushing the bolt back, it's gonna release the spent shell and feed a new shell in. When the bolt goes forward, lock it in place, okay? So, very important aspect of the semi-automatic guns is that they need the gas in order to cycle. What do I mean? These guns are not made to shoot light loads. On a 12 gauge load, 7/8 of an ounce, 1195 feet per second, it's not gonna cycle because the gun wasn't made for that. But Pedro, I like to shoot soft shells. You don't need to do that on this gun, okay? This gun here already has significant less recoil than an over-under will because it's gas operated compared to most over-unders, especially Italians, where they are inertia driven. They need the recoil to bounce back and forth on the inertia block and re-engage the second sear. This gun doesn't. It works by gas buildup, so you need to build enough gas in order to cycle. One thing is, if you're a trap shooter or bunker, it's gonna spit the shell far away. So make sure you're not hitting the person next to you, and if you do want to use one of these for trap and you don't want to hit the person next to you, you can put a shell catcher on the side. You can look that up on your own. Now we go here, you have a extended charging handle compared to the previous generation gun and extended bolt release on the side. I like the extended ones better. The smaller ones, you know, if you have bigger hands or too small, these are a better option, okay? Now you go here, you're gonna put your barrels back on the gun, starting by the barrel extension into the receiver, and then lining up the magazine extension into the gas piston right there, putting your forend over top, and now we come back to the forend cap I told you earlier. This is the forend cap. It is a weighted cap. On the front of the gun you have the letter L. You could have the letter M, medium or light. Okay, that's the weight. So this is a two-piece, and we see a lot of problems with this gun that are easy fix. What do I mean? The forend cap. The forend cap is a two-piece cap, and it can come apart by unscrewing it. If you see a gap on your forend cap, tighten it back down, because gas can bleed out through there and not cycle the gun properly. Pedro, you're talking a lot about not cycling. Yeah, you're buying this gun because the soft shooting gun is gas operated. There are things you need to do in order to make it work properly. Now, the number one maintenance part on this gun is, let's take it back out again, the piston and the cylinder. The piston and the cylinder, take this piston out of it right here, and you have your cylinder. Inside of the cylinder, you're gonna notice, if you take it apart, there are two little holes that go inside the barrel. There's no grease, no oil, nothing inside the cylinder, and you gotta keep this thing spotless. That is the trade-off. You want a soft shooting gun, that is the trade-off. You gotta keep it clean. I recommend doing it every time after you shoot. I have heard, people have told me, they never clean their guns and it always works. Perfect, you're a lucky person. That is not the majority of people. You gotta keep it clean. It is a design on the gun that has to work in order for you to get the benefits out of it. Keep it clean. How do you clean it? Well, you can put gun cleaner and clean it all off with your fingers, with a brush, a wired brush, to remove that gunpowder that gets stuck. Cold Gunsmithing does make a cleaning kit. It kind of looks like this. What is inside of the cleaning kit? You have a ratchet and two parts that they make here. Okay, so the parts are, the first one goes inside the cylinder. You attach it to the ratchet right here, and there's teeth on it to help clean the inside. What happens is, as you shoot, you're gonna have carbon buildup, and if you don't clean it right away, it can't harden. That will scrape everything off. The other side, the other part, fits into the front of the spring to take it apart and clean that too. Now, you know, oh, Pedro, you work there, you clean guns because you work there. Yes, I work at a gun shop, so I take good care of the guns, and my guns are always clean. I keep it clean. I can't imagine you buying a gun that costs thousands of dollars and not keeping it clean. So, clean your guns. This gun here is great for new shooters, ladies. Why ladies? Because ladies have exposed collarbones, so they're more recoil sensitive than men normally are. Therefore, this is a softer shooting gun. We do work with this gun people that have shoulder replacement surgery. They're recoil sensitive. Kids, because of the weight and the soft. And a lot of men, adult grown men, love this gun because it is soft shooting. Why wouldn't you want less recoil? Now, the one thing you have to do is, I'm not telling you go out and go buy one right away. Try one. Because one big thing about the semi-auto guns is the bolt. As you shoot one shot, the bolt moves back and forth. If you're like me, that throws me off. I can't shoot a semi-auto for clay shooting because the sound throws me off. There are people that only shoot that. And then the second part of that is, why would I get one of these guns to shoot clays when I can get an over-under? Because they're different platforms. You have a lot of these guns out there being used today. They are not just made for hunting. They are not just the inexpensive gun. No, they're a fantastic platform for recoil reduction, lightweight, and relatively easy care. As long as you keep that piston and chamber clean, you're gonna have a fantastic working gun. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. The A400, fantastic gun for those of you that want a semi-auto. Thank you.